Here's the information you requested. The current method of earning 100 to 300 daily. Blase, blase. Email fast10kinfo@gmail.com for that information. There's a link to ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is how I've created my my personal website for the opportunity that I'm not going to introduce you to in this video. It's the opportunity that you actually, if you email me, you'll get that opportunity. So I got to remake all this information, right? This is what we're going over here is the value, right? We're going to remake all this information now. So why I say remake is because the video, 2 videos down, right, I didn't delete it yet. We was recording without our audio on, so we lost a lot of we lost an hour of time. We gained from it because we became more convicted in what we believe. So 20%, right? 20% of the 80-20 rule. Right, essentially, what's the time at? 2 minutes right now. I already showed you guys the Gmail, right, to fast10kinfo@gmail.com. So if I wanted to explain it in reference to time and minutes, I would say 20% of the time, right, 2 minutes of this video about business. The other 80% is about value. Now what value is, that's information geared towards, helping you, right? That's what that information is geared towards. So if 8 minutes of this video is geared towards helping you, right? And the other 20%, is it okay that we show that? Like, right? That's the big moral of the story. We show you the business 20% of the time. The other 80% we help you. Well, why do we do this is what this video is about. Why provide value? Why help people 80% of the time? Well, the 80-20 rule, the other 20% you're pointing to your business. We already talked about the business, so let's focus on right, the 80%. When 20% of the time is spent talking about business, right, this 20% is on the next page, right? It's not on this post. It's not on this post. 4 out of 5 Facebook posts are like blue represent value, like green represent value. 4 out of 5 of the Facebook posts are value. The other 1 is business. The other 20%. You don't have to focus on that, because if you take a look, right, at the system, it comes through here, it collects the name, the email address, and then it leads them to the rest of the system. So, the system is automated, so essentially we don't have to focus on this 20% at all. So 100% of the time, if we focus on this, we're doing what is necessary up for us to see the results here in our business, right? 100% of the time we're doing what is necessary, which means we're following the 80-20 rule. 100, we're following it committed. We're doing it daily. We're committed to every 4 posts we make, well, every 5 posts we make, 4 of them being about value. Now, what is value? This could be right, value, it could be helpful information, uplifting messages, inspiring quotes, motivational posts, Facebook Live videos, Facebook Live videos that, follow the same format of what value is. Laughter, lifestyle posts, what makes people smile, what lifts people's spirits up, how to do XYZ. So for XYZ, let's use mechanic again for the example. If you were a mechanic and you wanted to give value, here's an easy way you would find value. You would go over to Google, just like the people that's looking for value are doing, right? Say you're a mechanic, you might want to know, well, what do they provide value with to the marketplace? You come down here, you see automotive services, you see it's about cars, tires. Okay, let's go with tires, right? You see how to change the tire, how to repair a tire, leak with a nail in it, valve stem with a plug, with a bead, with a valve, a sidewall, with a patch, with a hole. So essentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 things people are searching for that are value. Now, if you're a mechanic and you've got content on all 10 of these things, you know, what happens if you want to sell? What happens if you want to get someone in the shop and, you know, you're providing that information online, right? So it builds your trust. Now when people come in to your business doors, your mechanic shop, right? They're here because they know you can get the job done. They're here to trust your business. So essentially, if you're how do you serve your industry, right? How do you serve your industry is the big question. Well, let's go with network marketing. How to generate leads and sales on Facebook for business, on LinkedIn and real estate, online, on social media as a real estate agent for small businesses. How to generate sales for, you know, this is all network marketing: quotes, memes, images, companies, businesses, secrets, statistics, motivation, team. If people are interested in network marketing, you have an endless tool, Google, which will provide you ideas of what this industry needs. So if you had no experience, you could come in here and figure out, based off what other people are making content for, how to serve this marketplace, which will in turn teach you how to win in it. Now, when you learn how to serve this marketplace and you do it through the 80-20 rule, you're giving away 4 pieces of content daily that's helpful. So when someone finally on your 5th post sees your business, right? Let me just ask this question right here. Would you see a dollar sign in their eyes more or less? Would they be more or less willing to spend money with you after you've provided so much helpful information to a subject that they're already interested in? My name's Dre Hall, guys. Let's see who's on here. What's up, Dominic? We're at 8 minutes so far. We haven't talked about business much. We're talking about how to grow your business, the 80% value rule. So the 80-20 rule, right? So 80% of the time we have posts like this, you know, lifestyle, what you ate today, you know, share your good spirits with the world. Now, when you're in a mode to share your good spirits with the world every day, right? That's your focus, is sharing your good with the world, right? Let's give it some water, some grass. We'll put some red in here because we be having fires and running out of heat at the same time on this planet. Right, if you're helping your world 80% of the time, how are they going to look at your business? How are other people going to look at you as the entrepreneur? You as the, you know, there's producers and there's consumers in this world. That's just how it is. You know, everyone understands this. If other people don't want to be a producer, that's okay. You know, you could be the entrepreneur. Now when you're solving people's problems 80% of the time, you can't think of how you're going to run out. How do you feel, right, when you're bringing your good spirits to the world every day? How do you feel personally? Does that feel good to you? You know, if you're genuinely feeling good and coming and sharing this with people, you generally are going to need to feel good to help these people. If you want to feel better, comment below. Right? If you want to feel better in life, like Dominic, there's always room to feel better, right? And every day we feel better and better because we keep waking up and helping people that we don't even know need help yet. And this is, you know, intentionally, we know this is gonna get us to have our business where it wants to be. We're gonna be creating life in the direction we need it to go, because our illusion of money, right? We just didn't understand how it was really done. So now our money can expand. Now our view of life, right? When you have new experiences in front of you, how does your view of life change? You know, you start to see more good. Now this 80%, now how do you really feel, right? 30 days from now, say you felt better a little bit every day, right? How good do you feel on day 30? How good do you feel on day 60? How good do you feel on day 90? What about 180? What about 365? I ask that because over the course of this next year, if you're serious about, you know, providing and showing up to, you know, who you are, the dream you're meant to create, the one you see in your head, the one that you got your reason why to, the reason you keep moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. If 80% of the time you're showing up and that's to provide value, not a business post, what are you going to learn from what you're teaching to your audience? And how's that going to affect your how's it going to affect the second day of your journey, the third day of your journey? You know, the longer you're consistent, the more it's going to affect you, and the better you're going to become. Now when you become better, how could you help people when you're better? When you're better financially, how could you help people financially? Right? We got to separate. Let's separate these two. Right? That's what we already did. That's why this is the 80% and this is the 20%, because people still need help in both areas of their life. But, you know, the real area that most people need help with is, you know, feeling good for themselves. And we know they're the ones that you got to choose to feel good for yourself, right? If you don't choose to feel good for yourself, you can have all this money and still be miserable. You know, it's going to be hard, but because you should, to get this money, right, you have to get into a state of being where you understand there is no lack. When you understand that, the only thing you understand, right, lack, you don't understand this anymore. The only thing you really understand is abundance, right? That's what it's all about, because then you know, you could share abundantly with people and not hurt yourself. You know, sharing your money is what ends up hurting you financially, because you're spending it freely for the good times to make yourself happy, because when you see other people happy, you get happy. Now, if you could do all that, right, feel happy yourself without having to spend any money, that's why, you know, this isn't that hard to do, right? After 365 days of doing it, waking up every day, inspiring people, moving forward daily in your direction, you know, how's your day 367, you know, the start of your second year? How much more can you provide when you've reached the transformed version of yourself? Right? Let's break this down into we'll draw this line 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put business here. Value. 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 Now you don't want to be holding back, right? Because if you're holding back, you're hindering yourself from moving forward because you're thinking you can't produce more value, right? You want to be bringing value your best attempt, because if you're holding back your value, you're holding back yourself because you're believing that you have a lack of value by not providing your true value. Right? That could be the furthest thing from the truth, because we know how much value is inside us that we could understand that statement and understand a way to get through it, which further supports this statement. Value is how you move forward. Now, let's put an X through this first column, right? This is the people that they don't listen. They hop straight to doing business, right? They're doing business right now. What we're actually doing is, while their business is being rejected, right, we're increasing our value. While their business is being rejected, we're increasing our value. Now, you could start today. So if you make, 1 post, 2 posts, 3 posts, 4 posts today, and then tomorrow, when everyone, these people, they don't listen. They're biz up. The following day, tomorrow, you come through and you promote your business. That's the only time you do it, right? So you save it. That's your 20%. And then you get back on value, right? Add the pluses here. Then you get back to the next day, your business again, right? Well, right here, there's the competition. They're only focusing on one column. Right here, you're not even thinking about the competition. You're just moving forward, right? You're moving yourself forward in life. You're figuring out what you know, the greatest qualities of yourself, how to move yourself forward through helping other people, right? So when these other people that you're helping, they need a way to repay you back. You've helped them so much, they need a way to repay you back, so they join your business. All right, let's say they don't do that. Well, they've seen your value. How much more likely, right? Let's go with belief. How's their eye, right? How's their eye gonna look now when they they were exposed here, exposed the value, 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 exposed the business, right? 20% of the time. Well, chances are, they're not gonna mind the 2 times before that you shared your business, because you done gave away so much value, right? You gave away all this value. You've taught them things. They're more than happy to have a look at your presentation, is the reality of it. Versus, this person, they showed them their business, they was denied it. The person showed them again, they 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 denied it. How can you blame, right? How could you blame this person, right? The person with the eye for your business, based off the efforts of this person showing their business every day? How could you blame this person for not becoming a customer based off who's showing them the information every day? Right? Do you have any intentions of does this person that's just showing them the business, do they actually have any intentions of helping this person? This person doesn't even understand you know, when you're not showing value, this person doesn't even understand who you are. All they understand is you're doing this business thing the same as everyone else that's pitching the same opportunity. But when they run across these value posts, they don't even know that you have the same business as these people in the black. They're not worried about your business. They're worried about what you're providing for them to show up every day and receive so freely, just like they can from other places like YouTube, you know, Google, right? You're serving as kind of, you know, you're serving in a higher light, like a pillar. Like, you're bringing them information they didn't know they needed, but it's there and they gain from it, right? Think about the information on Google. We don't need it, but it's there for when we do need it. If I don't want to, if I don't know how to wrap Christmas gifts, I know I could solve that by going to Google, right? Now, if you know, that's valuable. Someone teaching someone how to wrap a Christmas gift, that's valuable to someone who doesn't know how to wrap a Christmas gift. But you're showing value every day. How do you, once again, how do you feel when you're doing this every day? Right? I'm gonna get into a little bit more of this strategy in a second. When you're feeling this every day, how do you feel that you've committed for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day, 6 day, 7 day, 8 day, 9 day, 10 day, 11 day, 12 day, 13 day, 14 day, 15 day, 16 day, 17 day, 18 day, 19 day, 20 day, 21 day? Well, what happens on day 21? Well, a habit forms, right? The subconscious mind is still at play. So what happens to the subconscious mind over these you know, these 21 days of, you know, a newfound level you decided to operate at? How's that really affect your thought process and, you know, what you really want to bring to the world? How does that help your mind and, you know, seeing how it's going to move forward towards its goals, right? Does this process help your mind see forward how it's going to move towards its goals? Now, day 21, right? Let's take a look at a basic example. Let's call let's say every piece of value is a piece of mind food, right? Your habits formed at 21 days, but you've already been providing value for 21 days, right? Who's seen all this value you provided, right? Now let's do this color, the 21 days. You didn't provide value, you just posted your business link. Well, let's say the same group of people seeing it, right? Who you think is going to have, let's say they had to choose between which they saw, which essentially they do. They see a business post, they decide yes or no, and they scroll past it, right? They do that 21 times. Maybe nothing happens. Right? You see the people doing this, they're sad, they're miserable, they're doing it. Why would you follow what they're doing? Do you want to be sad and miserable? You see the people doing lives, you know, they're happy, they're winning. They're essentially they're getting what these people want, but they're also getting what these people want because what these people won't commit to. You know, these people, they just they want the attention of this person, and all they want is for this person to see their business opportunity, right? That's all they want this person to do. Then build the team with them. Right now, if this person says that this isn't all they want to happen, this person to join their biz up, why can't they talk about you know, why can't they talk about team building information up here in the value, right? You don't have to be talking about business when you're talking about how to lead people and build a team. So how does this person look when they seen you know, they seen 21 days, on day 21 for them? What's today? January 20th. So on right February 11th, this person's seeing 21 days of content. Then they're saying 21 days of business posts. But this person, right, this person, they're still not in on the business. They're not in on any business, right? They've seen the same business here from him, and they know you're in the same business. You're not as adamant about the business as this person. This person, they educated a buyer. They spent time educating your buyer for you all about the business. They spent time doing that. Your buyer doesn't care. You've helped them before they even join the business. They know something different is going to happen when they join you in business, so who do they join? You know, you're in the same business. You've provided 21 days of value. This person, you know, gave them 21 days to say no, 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 all in a row, because how they were representing themselves. But you came here, you talked about the 80-20 rule and value and how it works, and it made more sense to this person because it didn't seem like it was a get rich, right? They knew there was work. They were committed to working hard. So they got started with you. You attracted someone like-minded that's ready to do, you know, they'll do this from the start. They'll start this new journey with you, especially if it's the first time, right? They'll give 21 days of value. They'll go live. It's these people that's been in the industry that won't go live, If that's what works and that's what's getting people paid, that's what these people will do to get paid. All right, let's go back to here. What's value? Helpful information, uplifting messages. What lifts people's spirits up? So if you're lifting someone's spirits up every day, multiple times daily, right? You just lifting, you're here to help them and you're here to grow yourself. So you're stepping up, actually making the commitment that the people that want to win are afraid of making. Guess what? Their experience doesn't matter, because if I'm giving you, you know, I have 6 years of experience and I'm giving you what's been failing and what's been working, and these people have 10 years of experience, but they're still spending time doing, you know, what's failing, sharing the business opportunity, provide no value, sharing the business opportunity, provide no value, and they're doing what's failing. Why would you do what's failing instead you could do what's winning? And you see the leverage, because these people, they're going to educate new people every day about this business, regardless if they're in the same you know, network marketing company as you. That's how there's so many people in the same business or that represent the same company, just like any other corporation, right? But these people are competing. All they're doing is spreading awareness and scaring the audience. But the audience sees that information, wonders if it's real, and then they look for, you got it, the person providing the value, the person giving more answers on it, the person educating on it, the person that knows the direction that they're going, the person that's confident, the person that's been inspiring them, the person that's been uplifting them, the person that's encouraging them to be themselves, you know, the person that is a better choice for them to move forward in the direction that they want to with their life. They found value in the business opportunity. They just want to make sure, you know, that win or lose, they could still, you know, win at the end of the day, messing with you. It's not about, they want to make sure they could win connecting with you as a person. You know, these people, when you're here, people here, they have a tendency to, you know, present the opportunity in a faithless manner because they don't have results. They don't have belief in themselves because they think belief in themselves is going to come from the business. When belief in themselves, right, is going to come by the commitment to create, you know, habits that make you the person you want to be, the person in your head that, you know, that is achieving your why, the person that's bringing happiness to their family. Right? They got out of their own way long enough. What I mean by that is, you know, that day one, they got started. They made it to 21 days where it's a habit, and seeing how easy it was to do, and that it didn't really require that much of a time commitment, you know, to come up and be a better person for the world. So when this person, they just keep feeling, you know, who they are, they keep making themselves a more valuable and valuable and valuable and valuable person. Right? You grow in your email marketing list, you're going to be able to do your online business easily. Providing value, you know, that takes time, energy, and effort. So you'll always be able to do it. Now, regardless if you'll choose to do it or not, other people will. And you'll lose customers to these people. You'll lose the ability to help others. You'll lose people that, you know, you don't really lose them. It's just you have to, these people that you think you're attracted to, you're not the person that attracts them yet. So you can't have what you want yet unless you know how to get out your own way. Now, if you knew how to get out your own way, you would have what you want already. Given that the universe, you know, doesn't want you to not have what it wants you to have what you want to have. That's why, you know, they talk about the focus of energy that leads you to what you want. Yeah, what you focus on most of the time. How do you control your focus? Well, providing value, right? That's a way to control what you're focusing on. You know, going to Google and searching something, that's how you control what you're focusing on. It's your decision to, you know, get out the bed in the morning. If you want to focus on something before you wake up, what's stopping you from laying there and focusing until you created the part of yourself that you needed to see for you to believe in yourself, that you was already that person from the start. You know, you don't need to look outside of yourselves when moving forward, but there will always be outside of yourself when you're moving forward. There's always new things to learn. The more you start perceiving new things, the more you're going to start perceiving other people's behavior, right? Don't give them too much credit for your own perception of them. They probably don't know what's really going on, but you definitely want to treat them accordingly because you understand your perception of them is true for the most part. But essentially what happens when you provide value, all you're focused on is, you know, what you want. You're providing value. You know, you understand how to get what you want is to help other people get what they want. So it doesn't matter what you want, just help them get what they want, and you're going to get what you want. It's it sounds like a win-win situation because it is one. So I don't know how many, let's count real quick. 5, 10, well, 5, 10, 15, 17, 22, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 217 plus marks here, which is 217 days of value, right? What if you don't move forward? Right, let's bring up one last board, maybe two. Right, so we got moving forward versus staying stagnant versus moving backwards. This is how you move forward, right? This is a way to move forward. Now the people that you know, they stay stagnant, they post their links every day, they're getting the same results, they're not looking for ways to increase their results. So they're posting business links as much as they can, as often as they can. That's what helps growing their list, not value at all. But they're still growing their list, etc., etc. They're still moving forward. Don't get me wrong, they're growing their list. Now, if they don't know how to cultivate their list, right, what's that going to solve? When a person sees their business opportunity come across their timeline for the 100th time, what's the odds this person, right? Is it possible this person could get blocked because this person is tired of seeing their business? So did all this help this person, or did it move them backwards? Right? Their goal was to help this person, but they didn't because that person blocked them, so they moved backwards. Now this person, they're still floating out here in a sea full of opportunity, and here's the person that they did value every day, right? 217 times. And then this person seen this same business opportunity right here, right? After some of the value. Is this person going to be more receptive to getting started? The only difference is this person has, you know, they understood that this person's posting their business every day, right? They're posting it every day. It's getting less and less engagement because they're doing the same thing. They're losing faith. They're not as passionate about it. They're missing days, skipping days, etc. He's exposed this person, and all you do is you come down as the hero with all your value, all your free stuff, and this person sees it. Then they see you happen to like the same business that this person they already blocked was promoting. Now they want to come see this business, but they already know what the business is about. So, you know, they like you. They get started a lot easier because this person did your business. They promoted your business full time for you, right? You only promoted it 20% of the time, if that. And you move people further and further along y'all's personal bond. What's up, Gary? What's up, Dominic Barbie? What's up, Dominic Goss? Dominic, I would say this works in real life too. You know, if you offer, let's look at it in terms of a compliment, right? If your goal is to get a compliment, what's the chances you would get a compliment if you complimented, you know, 4 different people? You know, the more you give, the more you get, essentially. Dominique, she already does this. You guys could check out her wall. She'll show you guys some good examples of the 80-20 rule. I haven't been connected with Dominique in a while. I'm actually returning to this Facebook, you know, after some unfortunate series of events. What's up, Crystal? So value, value, value. Now, how do you move backwards? Well, moving backwards, if you start discouraging yourself, you're going to move backwards. Why I say backwards? Because you already know you could stand here in this column. You already know you could be at the places you've already been. You already know if you did it once, you could do it twice. So when you're moving backwards, why aren't you at your highest point, right? Why aren't you right here in the moment at your highest point? You have to have the mentality that you want to move forward. If you're staying stagnant, you know, time passes you, the future starts, so you're automatically going to be placed behind things, right? Let's give you guys let's give you a law of attraction secret. All right, so I thought of this, you know, there were some missing pieces of this for me for some time. So when I have an opportunity to help with it, I like to come on board and help with it. So we don't know how to draw a key. We'll just draw a key. Right, that's a key. It's an ugly key. I don't like it. Alright, it's a key, the law of attraction, the key. So let's take a look at let's say this is let's say this is the present, right? This is the present. This is the past. And this is the future. The moment that you're creating in is the present, and you're placing that all in the future, right? That's all in front of you. So if you spend time, you know, thinking about the past, you know, now you can create in the present moment. If you're spending time thinking about the past, you have the ability to create in your present moment. What that is this is how you feel. So essentially, if you have a past experience that could lead you to joy, get into that moment of joy, right, before you move forward and create into your future. Because you don't want to be creating stuff that already happened in the past that you didn't like into your future. Positive and negative. Let's go back to Einstein. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. What that means is somewhere, all these times I was writing positive, you know, the opposite reaction was negative the whole time. I chose the positive every time that I wrote this. Right now I'm choosing the negative, but the positive is somewhere else being chosen. You know, they exist at the same time. There's no rules that apply to how it's operating or how it's working. It's just working, right? That's okay, because we want to understand this, right? We want to understand that, you know, if I gain $20, someone lost $20. That doesn't mean the situation was good or bad. That's just you know, that's just reality. What happened? Well, what happened is for us to figure out if we choose to, or we can accept what happened, right? You gained $20. How you know your employer didn't lose $20? Regardless if you're, you know, he paid you for what you was working, he still lost that $20. It's still played inside the boundaries of all this. You know, if you're working for minimum wage, you lost 3 hours, someone else gained 3 hours. That's your boss, right? It's okay to get mad about it, because let me show you something. This is gonna set you guys on fire. By that I mean that in a good way. So we got right, let's look at it. People that rise against you, right? When you're on this journey, you know, you're gonna see people that rise against you. This is when you should get excited. If you're seeing this happening, trust me, get excited. Because if we look at Newton's third law, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So these people rise against you. What's the opposite? What's the equal opposite reaction? Well, people who, that makes it equal. Rise, that also makes it equal. Now against, this is where you take the opposite of the word, right? Change that to with. Now the word you. Once again, you could leave this word you, or you could you know, you could flip it to its opposite. It's about understanding what happens when you realize this, because as I said, people will rise against you, and when they rise against you, you know how you feel. You want to remain excited because you're only seeing one part of what's actually happening. You're seeing them rise against you, which is actually, you know, there's people that's rising with you as well, and then people that's rising to support you as well. You might just not see them. So if you listen to some law of attraction material, they'll talk about the radar screen. Right? What you want is to be focused like a radar screen on what you want. What you don't want to happen is off the radar screen. What you think is going to happen, you know, what you don't want, leave that up to you don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen, right? That's why you're law of attracting it. You don't know how it's going to happen. You know, if you put your focus to it, right, that part of your radar screen, well, what you don't see is what's happening for you, right? If you focused on the things that was happening for you, you could get distracted, you know. And then things, if you're focusing on this radar screen and then you notice things happening for you, now as those start happening for you, you know, you get distracted by what's coming up, whether it be good, bad, or neutral. You've moved your focus. Right? Let's talk about focus. What is focus? Let's talk about really focusing. Well, the time. We know there is 1 minute, right? We know there is 60 seconds. And what we also know is there's a delay between 1 second to 2 seconds, right? There's a delay. There's still a delay. This is time going on. That's the moment, right? The moment. How do you control your focus in the moment? Is simply by understanding that what your aim is. Your aim is to understand time, because when you understand time, you understand focus. Now time for the most part is man-made, but you know, time is you know, it goes on and on and on, right? The sun rises, the moon falls, there's time. How much time happens in between there? There's your moments. How many moments are in a day? You know, you can't really define that, because you can create more moments You can create moments that take, sometimes moments take 60 seconds to create. Sometimes moments take 1 minute to make. That's that's the same thing. Now how long did it take to create that moment? So you want to focus on moments you want to create. Focus on moments to create, right? And where you put these moments, if this is the present moment and then everything else is the future, right? If you don't focus on, if you accept the past as the past, which means, it's not that there's no point to focus on it, it's just what's it going to help you by focusing on the past unless you're bringing yourself to moments of joy, right? Moments of joy for your creation or your memories or your state of being, or to make you feel better, right? It's not about material things. You're putting all your focus in front of you to create. Now, which direction is this? If you're not focusing on the past, you're moving forward, and where's all the things you want? They're not right here in this moment. They're in future moments, right? You're creating them. Why I put them in red is because when you hit that, when you realize that you've focused on it and brought it to you, right, you're gonna almost deja vu back to this moment when it started and understand, hey, I'm getting what I want. Hey, then you'll be focusing on the past because you're back to that joyous nature. Hey, I'm getting, yeah, and that's the reward for moving forward. People talk about People talk about 10K per month. People think this means now, so they say no, because they know it can't happen now for them, right? They already know that. So why do they insinuate, right? Or I know why they insinuate is because, they can make 10K per month. No, that doesn't happen right now, right? We're not hackers. We can't just hook up something that makes sure you make 10K per month. But that can happen now because, well, how many days are there in a month? There's 30 days in a month. That could happen. You can make 10K per month in 30 days. You're working with time now. Now you're working with 30 days times 24 hours. How many hours is that? 720 hours. Now let's go to right? $24 times 30. What if we made $20 an hour? That's 14,000, right? So there's ways to do it, but you got to understand how you're doing it. You're not going to be able to work 72. You're not going to be able to work 24 hours a day consistently for 30 days at $20 an hour to make that. But there is overtime opportunities that could affect that essentially, right? So I'm working 40 hours a week, but I actually do 80 a week, and that's overtime. So 30 times 40 plus 800 times 4, and I only work, let's say 80 times 4 weeks, 320 hours versus the 720, and I got $8,000. You don't think them extra 400 hours, you just got $8,000 for 320. You don't think them extra 400 hours could get you the other 8,000? right? So the math's there. You could figure out the math, how to get to your goal. Now, essentially, how you get to this goal, why it can happen so fast for you when you're commission based, is because you're paid off your effort, right? You're paid off your effort when you're commission based. What happens if you added this much value to the marketplace? You know, how does Facebook work? How does YouTube work? How YouTube works is if you was adding a video a day, you know, these videos would still serve their purpose tomorrow, the next day, and in the future. It's the same way as Facebook, right? And then over time, because you got instant gratification, right? We eliminated instant gratification because we understood that things happen in our future, not in our past. That's how we eliminated it. We enabled ourselves to move forward effortlessly. Now, when you move forward effortlessly, you know, how much time are you putting into yourself? What level of belief are you increasing, right? How much more? You can't put in more time, right? At a job, you can put in so much time, but what you make is already set. Right? What you make is already set. Now, if the same hour you're working commission-based, right? The same hour, you're commission-based, and you can make, you know, say $25 to $500 commissions. What effort can you put in to make this happen, right? What effort can you put in to make this happen in that hour or in the future hours, right? You got to be preparing for what you want to happen in the future as well, future hours. So if we take and say we you know, this is all in the same hour. So say we work 1 hour per day. We got to the level where we had that much skill by our commitment in ourselves to get over the instant gratification and actually developing the skills. And we were able to do this in an hour per day, right? So if we work 30 hours in a month, we make $750. If I times that by 4, that's $3,000. Now, if I times that by 5, that's $15,000, you know, a month. That's at, you know, that's an hour a day, you know, looking at it for what it is, that, you know, anything could happen. You could put in any amount of effort, right? I could have raised my voice for this whole hour and became more excited, and I'd have been putting in more effort by default just by being in tune with the moment. My name's Dre Hall, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Hey, Dominic, I like exactly what you said. That's what I was going over. If you build your skills, it's likely that you will provide value. So 10K per month, how do you get there? I'm going to tell you the easiest way. I'm going to tell you how to get there for certain. You're not going to like the way I tell you, but it's going to be an honest way that gets you there. Right? Here's now, here's the present moment. Here's the future, it's in a forward direction. The future has 10K per month in it, right? Where's your belief level at right now? Okay, see, it's possible because it's in the future. We haven't set a time on it, but we set a goal that we can move forward to. We know when we want this at. We know that it's now. We want this now. We know we can't have it now. We accepted that. We accepted what a moment is. What the universe is the moment. We've accepted that. We've also accepted that we could have this, though, because we was able to, you know, believe that we could have it in the future. Where didn't we? We didn't believe we could have it in the past. We knew we couldn't have it in the past. We're not even focused in the past no more, right? So this line is essentially we're not focusing on it. So what you do is, you decide where you're at and decide to move forward towards what you want. What's your desire in front of you? Where do you want to be? What do you want to have? Who do you want to meet? Who do you want to be around? You can take time to imagine these things. When you're imagining things, think of your imagination as, a creation, right? You create, create, create. The moment you don't believe, right, you could start messing up your lines. Now when you start believing again, you got to start creating through them lines again, through them obstacles, right? Till you accepted that these parts of yourself that didn't believe, right, that you could do it. That's why you keep stopping yourself. You're not focused on moving forward. You keep focusing on not being where you're at, so you stop moving forward. You keep slowing yourselves down. When you don't focus on that, well, you're only left with the only option you need, and you know that because you continue to move forward till you get what you want. That's how it happens. My name is Dre Hall. I'll see you guys on the next live video.